Hello. Apal. Cherry. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, tell me. Am I audible?
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
audible.
Rohit.
Wait for a minute.
Okay.
We're not able to hear you.
Guys, wait a minute. I'm checking something.
Please try again.
Please try again. Please try again. Thank you.
भाई गया नहीं हूँ, यहीं पर हूँ। अभी यहीं हूँ भाई। तारिक भाई के पास, तारिक भाई बैठे मेरे साथ। तारिक भाई को बोलो खुदा के वास्ते अपना काम करने जाके। क्या करूँ? ये वो है डॉलर वाले ले आओ। इसमें जब बोनस कटिंग करा के चलाते ना तो नीचे पेमेंट आ जाती है। यार इतनी टेंशन की आज मैं ज्यादा
Yeah, hello guys.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Rohit.
Yeah, hi. The certificate one, I'll show it tomorrow. Okay. The mistake where we did is like uh, here it is asking for the common name, right? When we are creating. One second. Here we have to mention the admin username. Okay. So that thing we have missed yesterday. So what I'll do tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'll just go through this and I'll prepare a document and I'll give it to you, step by step document. Okay. I'm not able to generate actually. Maybe I'll try in a different thing. Okay.
Yeah, no issue, Rohit.
So today topic is about connecting to the production network. So have you started with the lab?
Rohit, actually, on NW King's lab, rack was pretty slow today.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
have created a scenario for that, right? You might have got that.
I'm not able to see the folder.
I haven't,
This is-
me too. I haven't seen your folder.
You haven't seen my folder yet.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
able to find the folder.
I
Let me
told
check
them
now, maybe.
it's Palo Alto edu July.
18.
Yeah. I'm sending you the folder name. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Can anybody check now whether you are able to
Yeah, I'm checking.
see that folder or not?
The rack is not working today.
Yeah, it's like pretty slow.
No, it was working.
Sometime.
I created the scenario today.
No, it's
Can
not opening.
anyone is checking?
No,
Yes,
no, it's
yes.
not opening.
Folder access is not there.
No, even racks is not opening today. No, I don't know.
It is not visible, Rohit.
I think service down, maybe.
Come to this file.
Palo Alto.
Zone is what, like I explained. So see that.
Yeah.
The
Who's
network
that?
tab and come to the
Yeah, right. The labs is racks is not
What's
opening.
the name of the folder?
Palo Alto edu 210.
Rohit, not able to see.
Not able to.
Rohit.
So once I prepare this document for certificate part, I'll share it with you. It's the step-by-step document. Or else if you want, I can show this thing tomorrow. Like I haven't tried it. I didn't get the time to work on that.
Okay, let's not waste time. We can see tomorrow. In that case.
So today we'll be discussing about connecting the firewall to the production network with security zones. So production network and the security zones. What does this mean? What does security zones mean?
Zone is like where we can keep some
Differentiating between
interfaces.
trusted and untrusted zones.
Hmm?
Differentiating between the trusted and untrusted zones.
Security zone means zone security is I've read in Palo Alto that it's
Why this zone security is required?
So,
Because
for the prevention of viruses.
it is like creating your own.
Guys, one by one.
It is like creating your own setup, like own users,
To provide
servers, and all.
Rohit, zone is created because so that firewall can distinguish between like LAN and WAN, inside and outside. They can decide that whether it is like demilitarized zone or whether it's LAN or whether it is WAN. So yeah.
So
why that is required? My question is that why that is required?
So identify
trusted zone and
like
untrusted zone.
like yeah, trusted and untrusted legitimate user, like if it is like LAN side, I mean LAN zone.
It is required. It is required to prevent
any user
one by
from
one.
Yeah, any user from like inside zone will be legitimate user, so that will be permitted to access. From like outside zone, it like most of the time, like almost that will be not trusted. So that's why like zone is very important in firewall, especially
So
Your name. Tell me your name.
yeah, Amrish Kumar.
Yeah. Tell me.
So this is Abhishek.
I believe it's a group of logical grouping of interfaces where we can keep some interfaces in one group, in one zone to communicate to other zone.
Ashraf, this is Rohit.
Yeah.
Zone protection is on a theoretical part. I'm telling. Zone protection is done to prevent the network from the attacks like UTPs and flood attacks like such.
So zones are if it is our firewall is exposing to the internet, so it will be in this in untrusted zone always internet, and which is our core from the core switch which traffic is going towards firewall. It will be in trusted zone, and where and DMG means if any payment gateways we have is from the outside, so we can take that towards our servers, so we can
zones is required for the firewall network segmentation, correct? Network segmentation in the sense you guys are aware of that, like we'll be creating a different network segment for HR accounts, different kinds of segmentation you have created, right? So using VLAN.
Yeah, kind of
Correct.
VLAN in
Why
network security.
why you want to create different network segmentation in the production?
For legitimate
There
user.
is a much
Inside that
legitimate
means
different policies
Reason
on
reason
different.
behind that is they should not communicate each other, right? The machine what they are using, it should not communicate. HR machine should not communicate with account department, and account department machine should not communicate with HR department. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For
this is
that
the
reason
feature
only we are
of
creating VLAN, right?
yeah VLAN.
Yes.
This is the feature of VLAN, primary feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the same kind of thing, firewall, we are creating zones to block the threats and to create the network segmentation. The zones is created in the firewall.
Yeah, so that legitimate user can be decided. And who is the legitimate, like who can be trusted. Right.
Yeah, right. So what will happen?
Can you explain it with example?
It is a protection against attacks.
And this is our firewall, and this is internet. Right. This will be some, what will say, applications. Correct. This will be your DMZ, and here you will be having some servers. Correct, guys? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, right. No. Yes, correct.
So what will happen? This is an untrust zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Here will be some kind of trust we'll be having.
Yeah.
And in the application we'll be having full trust. Correct?
Okay.
Why?
Because this is like LAN zone kind of thing. Yeah. Because this is an inside network, you can say.
Why it's like that?
Because kind of this is our own company setup network. We can define it as a inside network which can be trusted in firewall.
But then DMZ is also inside network only.
DMZ like a place where the servers is installed, so that the public users can access, so that it cannot be described as a internal. It is internal, but partially it is internal as well as it is on the outside.
What we'll do here, guys, first we'll go with the zone base. Okay, first we'll create a zone. Correct?
Correct.
Correct. Next, what we'll do? Network. Correct. Next, what we'll do? Network segmentation.
Network interface.
We'll add in the interface.
Interface.
What?
Zone interface.
Why the network segmentation is required? Because of the security need.
Security need. Yeah.
Correct. Why security need is required? Because of the security factor, security precautions we have to take. So for that reason, security need is required. Correct. And who will create the security factor? our CISO, CTO, CIO. You know all this, right?
No.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Chief Information Security Officer, Chief Technical Officer.
Mhm.
Okay. For
Yeah.
why they'll create security features? Because of some business needs, right?
Yeah. Company policy or business requirement.
Why business requirement is required? If something goes wrong, the data should not be breached,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So what will happen? Here, like somewhere our management port will be there, and you are creating one zone for this interface E1/1. You are creating another zone for E1/2, and this is 1/3. 1/3 you will be allocating for
Well
untrust
said.
WAN,
Or open trust.
correct?
Yeah.
You will be considered as internet zone. This is as a DMZ zone. For
Yeah.
servers, you will create another one. Another one port will be there, right? E1/4. For servers, you are giving that zone.
Yeah.
For servers only. For application, you are giving some application zone. So that once you this create this zone, then you can able to allow or deny, correct? Whether
Yeah.
this
Then
DMZ users need to access this application, or else this DMZ user needs to access this server, correct? Based on
zones.
how
Based on the IP.
zone you have created, okay?
Okay.
Interface you have created,
Mhm.
correct?
Okay.
Next, what it will check?
Policy.
What policy? What is the requirement here?
After zone, we have to
After zone,
set interface.
From internet, if you want to run something from the firewall, zone is required. Interface you have configured, like from
Okay.
internet zone. What is internet zone? Will be mentioned as internet, correct?
Yeah.
Hi, Rohit, I have a doubt. Are these zones only created for the user plane traffic?
No,
Can also be created for the management traffic
you
as
have to
well.
create a zone for all the traffic,
Yeah.
which is flowing to the firewall.
So if I'm on the management plane, there is a separate zone for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So tell me, guys, from internet, if you want to access something, internet that port is E1/3, right?
Yeah.
For that, to allow that, first we required zone. We have to create zone. Second, we have to allocate the port.
Interface.
Which port?
Port.
Interface
Yeah.
1/3. Why it
Yeah.
is? If any traffic is coming from the internet, if we hit to the port E1/3, then it will check in which zone. It is in internet zone. Correct.
Yeah.
After that, what it will check? How it will get to know? What is
We have to
required?
give IP DSCP.
What IP will give?
Interface DSCP.
No.
Because this is one side, so we have to give
From
DSCP.
internet you will give which
Public
DNS?
IP.
No.
DNS and DSCP.
Routes is required, right?
Routes, virtual routes. Yeah.
To run something, route is required, right? In your
Route.
let me tell you one thing. If you have IP address, if you have DNS, but without gateway, it will not run anything right in the network. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
The same kind of thing. Route is also required, right? So what? Where you will mention this route? There is an option called
Network.
virtual route.
Virtual route. Yeah.
Okay. There you can mention static, dynamic, any other kind of thing.
Yeah.
Correct. If you have a firewall here, okay. This is an internet zone. If some traffic is coming from here, in your organization you will be configured something, right? BGP, MPLS, VRRP, something you have configured here, right?
Yeah.
Or else the traffic will not come if you don't have anything, correct?
Correct.
So for this reason I said, like, guys, you need some routing knowledge in this. I'm not saying like you should be having deep knowledge about this, but at least for troubleshooting and all, you need this. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, do you have any questions about this zone creation interface or?
Right after this, route, we need NAT as well, right?
That thing we'll going to cover. Now we are just discussing about connecting the firewall to the production network.
The question is that, Shobita,
Yeah.
whatever option you are taking, suppose if you are configuring any like device for device certificate, so it is same as anywhere. If I am working in industry, same policy as like here, what you are configuring. जैसे ऐसा हम इसमें हम अभी भर रहे हैं सेम उसी तरह से करते हैं ना.
हाँ.
और
हर
any
एक
call over to VM के लिए।
आपका आवाज थोड़ा लो आ रहा है और ठीक से सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है।
मेरा कहना है कि जो भी हम लोग इसमें ये अपना इसका ऑप्शन में ये फिलिंग कर रहे हैं,
हाँ
ये सारा ये चीज SMS किसी भी मतलब कॉल वोल्ट का जो अपना फायर होगा उसमें इसी तरह कॉन्फ़िगर करना रहेगा, राइट?
हाँ
किसी भी इंडस्ट्री में ऐसा कुछ चेंजेस वगैरह तो नहीं किया है इसमें
नहीं
अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंडस्ट्री जो
डिवाइस
आईपी।
ये Palo Alto is a device, right? It could be VM, it could be hardware or some other kind of thing. But the feature, the OS is same thing, right? अभी you are using Android version 13 or 15. Version 13 and 15 will run same, right, in every phone.
Yeah.
Same kind. You have to create the zone.
Some features may be different, but most of the things will be same.
No, like if you are using same pan OS, everything is same.
In Palo Alto.
Yeah. If you are using 9 series, it will work same. If you are using 10 series, it works same. Some extra features may add by Palo Alto, but rest of the thing is same.
Yeah.
So why these factors are important? What are the factors for application? Correct? If you are using some application, what are the factors will be there? One is web. Second one is application, app, what you are using. And what is this, guys? Database.
Database. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So by opening in a web, it's a different kind of thing. If it is using some applications or anything, that is a different kind of thing. For database, like the information, what it is required. This will be helpful for you while creating a security rule. Correct? First it will check for zone. Correct? Then it will come for user. I'll come to this while creating a security policy. Okay. Let it be. Now we don't discuss about the user now. Okay. The user information. Next, what it will check? The URL of the application, right? What URL? www.nwkings.com. If you want to run this.
Okay.
Correct? So you will be mentioning this NWKings, where it is coming from internet zone. This is how we will segregate. This is in source and this is destination. Source zone you will mention. The source zone, the user will be in trusted zone. The name what you are giving. Correct? In destination.
Yeah.
If it is coming through internet, untrust. Okay. In the source, what you will mention? Again, the user details. Don't discuss about this or IP details. In which machine this user are going to access this NWKings URL. Correct?
Right.
Next, in destination, what you will mention? NWKings. Correct?
Right.
We'll discuss more about this when we are discussing about URL category. Okay. As of now, it is not required. I'm just mentioning as NWKings. After this, destination. So source zone, destination zone, the source address, destination address is completed. Next, what you will check? The application. Correct? Which application is going to use? HTTP. Yeah, we'll be using in the browser. SSH. What other things is there, guys? Google base, Facebook base, everything. So you can restrict this thing also, like to access. If user is trying to access from this IP address or from this machine, if you want to access the NWKings website, if you want to allow only HTTP traffic should be allowed for this networking site. If you don't want to allow SSH or anything, you can restrict this traffic. You can just mention in the application section as HTTP. Yes. Next, the port. It might be using some port number 8080, correct? 9120. Some port it might be using, correct? So that port also you can mention in the service section, so that only this port traffic will be allowed. Correct, guys?
Correct.
Any doubt?
So port is not checked when we are checking the source zone and destination zone.
When you're checking the source zone and destination zone?
Yeah, because you said like source IP and destination IPs are also checked.
Yeah.
So usually these things like they make some 5 triplet, I believe.
In the sense?
With like source port and destination port, along with the source IP and destination IP. I think, I mean, I'm not sure, but aren't these things checked together?
No, I'll tell you the flow. I'll tell you the flow.
Okay.
Okay. For creating an interface, like before that you have to create a zone. Okay.
Okay.
1 second. It's a bit slow actually. So how will create the zone here? The zone name, interface. Sorry, internet. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. And these are the tab
Okay.
and different types of interface mode is there. So we'll be discussing about this. What is tap interface? What is virtual wire L to LD tunnel interface and all. We'll be discussing deeply about this concept. As of now, I'm mentioning it as layer 3. Okay, and we can mention. So sorry, I haven't created the interface yet. Configure interface. So what we'll do here, we'll configure interface. Interface type L3. Net flow. I'll tell you about the net flow. Okay, here this two part is very important. So as of now, we haven't discussed about virtual routes. So I'm mentioning it as a default route. Okay. So next we have to create zone.
Zone first.
See, it is showing interface type L3. Okay, in zone, if you come here, it is showing like internet, the interface, what it is showing. 1.1. So the same like 1.1 we have allocated for internet, and 1.2 again you can allocate for some LAN, and 3 for DMZ and all. Demilitarized
Can we
zone.
selected loopback there?
No, I'll uncheck that. I'll come to that also. I haven't discussed about. We need to discuss about that thing also.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you one thing. For zone, okay, you can attach any number. How much interface you want to attach, you can attach. Okay, but for one interface, you can attach only one interface, not more than one zone. Okay, remember this thing. Did you understand?
Can you repeat this again?
Yes, yes.
Because
For
yeah.
one zone, you can attach many number of interface. Okay,
Yeah.
but for one interface, you can attach only one zone. You
Yeah.
can't attach more than one zone in an interface.
Okay.
What
We
about
have
the logical interfaces?
no.
Even same, huh?
Yeah. You can attach the VLANs to the interface, and you can attach multiple interface to the zone, one zone. Okay, but for one interface, like how it is, I'll tell you. For this interface 1/1, we have assigned it for internet, correct? We have created this zone. For
Yeah,
internet
correct.
zone, if you want, you can attach this interface 9 also for this interface zone. Okay, but for Ethernet 1/1, you have assigned for internet, and Ethernet 1/1, if you want to assign it to some other zone like LAN zone or anything, it won't work. You can't attach this. For one interface, two zones can't be attached.
Okay. Okay.
Means one interface can be part of one zone only.
One interface is a part of one zone, and one zone is a part of many interface. And we haven't tried like how many interface we can attach in that. Okay. That many won't get you, and VLAN also like maximum is like 4094, and if you have 9 interface, do 4094 into 9.
That was very large.
There we don't have any documentation for that, like
Yeah.
how much, what is the limitation of that. And if some this is an some people will ask you this question: is there how many interface we can create? Is there any limitation of that? You can just say them like there is no limitation of that as per the documents, Palo Alto official
But
documents. Nowhere it is
uh,
mentioned. I think like nobody has reached to that limit, I guess.
yes, but the condition is only one interface
Yeah,
can be in a
and
single
and
zone.
and for this interface, you can attach VLAN also,
Yes.
VLAN information. Many things are there. So we'll be discussing about these things one by one. Uh,
We can create their sub interfaces.
how you will create this is a physical interface.
No, so he's
Cannot
asking
create a
sub
logical,
interface.
yeah, sub
Yeah,
interfaces. We can
yeah,
create.
Point, we can
yeah,
create that.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
can
We
but
can.
create
we can assign to any different zone that logical
No,
no,
interface, right?
no,
no, that is
Same, huh?
not possible.
Not
That is
possible.
not possible.
because the sub interface is the part of the parent IP
Parent, huh?
interface.
So
Yeah,
how it is like if you create sub interface for 1/1 for 1/1 for sub interface 1/1 is like parent one like
Parent and child, yeah.
yeah, how you are creating some incident task. If you know about the ITL process, like if you get multiple incident about one firewall or one device or anything, what you will do, you will create one parent ticket in ServiceNow or any ticketing tool, right? And rest of all the incident will be considered as a child ticket, correct? So you
yeah,
can't
correct.
directly go and close the child ticket. You can just close once one shot. You close the parent ticket, all the ticket will be closed. Correct. The same as the sub interface, what you are creating, it will be a part of Ethernet 1/1. That will be in only one zone.
In real world scenario, how where we are using such kind of scenarios, sub interfaces.
Mm, till now, I didn't get any that kind of requirement.
We use sub interfaces mostly in like intervene VLAN routing stick part, where we use only one single interface and then create multiple sub interface to assign multiple VLAN in networking.
So most of the cases we are only using the physical interfaces on
Like
firewalls.
I can tell you, like you have some three zones like internet, DMZ, and LAN. In LAN, you have multiple VLANs you might have created. Like LAN, there will be different department, right? So for segmenting, like you will be allocating the different VLAN information, and that will be passing through the same interface, right? So
Yes,
for
right.
that thing, that will be used.
In this also we can make the interfaces in reth means kind of we can
What?
make the logical binding
Like
means in Juniper firewall, as you know, sir, reth we make, right, two three interfaces we bind them as a port channel, like same like port channel
Ether channel
for
we are
the,
talking about.
for
Ether
the
channel you're
redundancy.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Means it, Juniper
You're talking
firewall
about
reth also it reth we can make the means redundancy purpose, means two interfaces we can give towards the router or something like that. So
no,
here also the concept of means redundancy, or it is not like that.
no.
HA.
It's what I can say. Why the Palo Alto is like that much secure and this much famous in the world in the sense because of the zone protection. Palo Alto is called as a zone protection firewall.
Yeah, zone based firewall. Only firewall in this one.
Why?
Yeah, because
You will be creating the zone and it has a zero trust policy.
yeah.
And usually this feature will work in all the firewalls like top to bottom and east to west, like north to south and east to west. So top to bottom in the sense like the security rule what you are creating here, like two rules is created, and if you have like somewhere around 100 rules, okay, and you will be giving some set of rules here. You will be having some rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what will create? You will create allow policy for 10.0.0.1, okay, and 20.0.0.1, so 30. So same as at last you will be creating a block rule, okay, for 0000. So it will check for all the IP first from top to bottom. This is called north to south And then again, if any of the IP doesn't match, like what we have mentioned for allow list, that IP will be blocked. Okay. The same as if you mentioned as a block rule in the first rule itself 0.0.0.0. Second, if you mention any 10 series, 20 series, 30 series, what all you mention as allow list, it won't work. It won't allow you to allow the traffic itself. Did you got my point?
Yeah.
Sorry, but this is the same rule, I believe, followed by all firewalls, correct?
Yeah, this is the same rule followed by all firewalls.
And zone also available in Cisco, I believe.
Zone also available in Cisco.
So what is the new in this?
That
Why
thing
it's so popular? This is damn popular, I know.
The first reason, I can't create policy here. Why?
Security Ignite has a big name for alternate.
You told it's zone oriented firewall, but I've read somewhere it's application based firewall.
Zone protection, I said.
Okay.
Not zone oriented.
Yeah.
It's in zone protection. Zone
Cisco
protection.
has the same.
Cisco won't has this all the features.
Yeah, feature, correct. Palo Alto has lot of features. Cisco doesn't have.
In a single firewall.
Okay, what will happen? Like, shit, I can't able to create rule here. What happened to this? Something wrong with this firewall.
Oh, why?
Yeah. So now we discuss about north to south, and we are discussing about east to west now. So this is the source. Here, what will mention the zone, what you want to allow, like from internet, you want to allow something inbound, outbound traffic. So again, in the destination, you will mention in the zone from where to where you want to reach, and this address, user device, and I'll explain it to you. And again, the destination address like NW Kings and application, what all the application you want to use. We can restrict from here. See, some pre-built applications has been mentioned by the Palo Alto firewall itself. Okay, HTTP port, many services are there in this. After this, you can mention the, see, if you mention like this NW Kings port and HTTPS here and application default, you can mention application default in the sense like the port number by default what it is using. If it is using in the browser, like it will be like 443, correct? Or 80 something. By application default, it will run. Okay, but what if application default, if you mention application default, but it is running in a different port, like for security purpose, like while building the application, they have mentioned some different port, right? So it will block the traffic here itself. Its flow is from now while checking the policy, its flow is from east to west. Correct. First, it will check for source zone, destination zone, source address, destination address, then application. It will check for. Then again, it will check for the services. What all the services you are enabling. Correct. So you can mention the application like TCP 443. Okay, and you can mention the TCP services you want or UDP services you want. You can create 443, and if you click OK, you can able to see this port, right? Only this is allowed.
Yeah.
Then URL category also you can mention. I'll discuss about the URL category in some other session. And if you want to allow the traffic, or if you want to deny, drop, anything you can do here. The actions what you want to take, and profile type, like you can create some profile, like as I said, like the antivirus, anti-spyware. By default, some set of rules you will be using in the organization, right? So that thing also you can mention, like the group you can mention here, and you can mention I haven't created any profile yet. So here you can see antivirus profile, anti-spyware profile, vulnerability protection, URL filtering, file blocking profile, data filtering profile, wildfire analysis profile. This all thing will be you can mention. If you just select group, this is one-time job. If you're creating this, if you want to add something or some URL in this, you can add in this. Later, we'll be deeply discussing about this each and everything.
Here I have a question.
Yeah.
Suppose that we are creating a policy, right? We are allowing something like from LAN to WAN access for a user. And I don't want that he should access some kind of URL. And then we have already created like URL profile. So here we put this like in URL filtering profile, that like profile. Yeah. So
just now don't go with URL filtering profile. Just discuss here. I'll come to this URL filtering everything.
Yeah, I have a different question.
if you want
Yeah.
some user to not to allow some of the traffic, then you can create one block rule here.
No, suppose
First,
that, yeah.
first
I
you
mean,
will
suppose
create.
that we are creating
Ah,
like allowing a user to access
hmm,
like LAN side.
hmm,
But in profile section,
hmm,
I have created like in a URL profile that I have added that profile that he cannot access like YouTube. So it
hmm.
will work like because it will
No,
allowing the WAN side,
no,
right?
it will not allow.
Yeah, because we
Like
have added like in URL profile, right?
For that, you have to create a new rule, I believe.
again, you
No,
have to
so
create a rule for that. Like
yeah,
you are talking about this profile type group, this one here.
yeah. Suppose that we are allowing
Hmm,
some users, right,
hmm,
to access WAN side, okay?
hmm.
But I don't want that he should access YouTube. So I have
No, no,
created
no.
that profile for that
You
URL
just
profile.
can you just tell me here what is
Yeah.
the source zone and destination zone?
Yes, source zone is LAN side.
Source zone is
Okay.
LAN.
Yeah. Suppose that LAN
Okay.
side. Okay.
Hmm,
And source address is like a particular IP address for a user.
hmm,
Okay.
hmm.
And
Destination is WAN.
destination any. Yeah, WAN side.
Okay.
And destination address will be any.
Any.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Destination device any. Okay.
hmm,
Then application any.
hmm, hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
In service URL,
Hmm,
it will be any.
hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Then in action side, like
Hmm, hmm,
I want to allow. Okay.
ah,
Because I am permitting.
hmm,
Then in profile setting,
hmm,
so suppose go into the profile settings
hmm,
and in URL
hmm,
in profile
hmm, hmm,
uh, please click profile type. Yeah, in
hmm,
URL filtering profile, I have
hmm,
already created a profile for the particular web
hmm,
page.
hmm,
Okay,
hmm,
so I am putting this like URL filtering here.
hmm,
I don't want that he should go there
hmm,
or access that page.
hmm.
So it will block here and then allow that particular rule that we are creating. Will both the things will work here?
No, this flow will be like this. Okay,
Hmm.
at action section, once it come
Hmm.
here in the
Hmm.
URL filtering,
Hmm.
it will not allow, and you can't able to see this traffic in the monitoring section
Hmm.
here. It will not
Okay.
show you the traffic, but
Hmm.
that user can't be accessed like he can't access that if you are mentioning this thing. If URL filtering, if you have blocked,
Hmm. For a particular page like youtube.com.
yeah, if you have blocked for that,
Yeah.
and you can see the traffic in the thread section.
Yeah. So that youtube.com will be blocked for that user, right?
Yeah, if you have mentioned block in URL filtering.
Yeah. I have created that profile for blocking purpose.
See, this firewall is empty. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to command the firewall like what things should work, what things should not work based on his behavior, this firewall behavior.
Okay. So that means that both things will work like flow because I'm allowing LAN to WAN, but at the same time, I'm blocking in profile section for a particular URL. So that will both,
It is,
both the things.
it is not blocking. It will drop.
Yeah,
it will not block.
Kind of,
It will not block. If you want to block that particular URL or anything, you have to create one rule above that.
Separate
one rule above that, and you can block that particular URL. Why I am saying this? In the sense like while in previous organization, somebody, some of the software developer has uploaded some code, programming code in the GitHub, open source. So we got an instruction from CTO that GitHub should be blocked for everyone. Okay. So I created one rule.
Okay,
for GitHub. Can you guys tell me now, like if you want to block GitHub, how you will block?
We will create a policy. GitHub is a URL based, right? So we have to create a URL based policy then.
Here you will come to URL and you'll mention the destination address URL, github.com. Do you think it stopped working? GitHub?
Here it will not work because in URL security section, we have to create a.
You are talking about URL filtering.
Yeah.
If you mention the whole github.com will not work, it stopped working.
Yeah, maybe like if.
No, I just want answer yes or no. If it is wrong, then that is fine. I'll explain you. I ask you this question because of this. This is also an important kind of thing where you
very
can
important.
explain these things in the interview.
Yeah, very much important. But like if I know the URL of GitHub, okay, so I'll go with the
So
URL
I'll
first.
tell you the hint. Okay,
Yeah.
this is github.com. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll mention star.github.com. I'll tell them to block. So in URL category, you will mention as star.github.com.
Yeah.
And do you think that GitHub will not be accessible?
Yeah, it may be because it is sometimes it is not exactly like we can
No.
mention GitHub.
No.
Yeah.
GitHub will not block. GitHub will be blocked
Yeah,
only in the browser.
Yeah.
GitHub will be blocked only in the browser.
Means you
If
have
you
to
mention the URL category.
interface also.
Again, two services will run in GitHub. Like through Linux, if they are doing SSH, GitHub will work through command line. And in the application, those who have installed the GitHub application, it will work.
Then I think we have to block on IP based part. We have to find out GitHub IP.
So you are saying like those users, those who are there, we have to add all the IP and we have to block.
Category.
No, right? We have to check first, like GitHub, what it is using, and for GitHub app, correct? What it is using.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And through SSH, if you want to block, you have to mention that thing also. Once you cover all this, you can able to block. And how I did the troubleshooting, if somebody asks you, or you can tell them that this thing, like first I have blocked with the help of URL, but still through the app and in the Linux Ubuntu machine through the SSH, they were able to run the GitHub. Again, I have created another rule for GitHub, and I have blocked for app, and again another rule I have created for GitHub, and again I have mentioned for SSH block. Then only all the GitHub services will be blocked.
Yeah, we have to cover everything for complete block.
So guys, I'll give you one task today. Okay.
Yeah.
So you create one rule.
Yeah.
That Facebook traffic should be allowed. Create to user. Okay. Create to user and just mention the URL in the destination www.facebook.com here. Okay. First create allow rule for that user. Second create deny rule for that user, or you take two machine, mention one machine IP as allow, second machine as deny for Facebook. Okay. Then you access that Facebook in that machine. Still you are able to access some of the Facebook features in that machine.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to troubleshoot that also. After you allow that, you will be getting the app scene hit count here. Okay.
Yeah,
it will be like 50, 100, 114 hit count. Just click on that. Okay. You will get to know like what all the other apps it is using. If I have the document for this app conversion. Yeah, 1 second, guys. I'll show these things to you. Give me 1 second. Let me upload this file. Show this thing. To try this, okay, you'll get to know like how to block. If you create the block rule and still it is working, to try
For
this
this
thing.
Rohit, I think we need to access of lab. Because Rax is not working right now. End of the close.
You try this weekend. This weekend, I'm giving you this task
we'll try.
for this weekend. Don't take like it is just for fun, and we'll be discussing. You'll learn the things. Okay.
Yeah. We can use in VM.
What?
We can create the rule in VM. VMOS.
Yeah, VMOS only you can do.
But we need to connect the internet.
But I think
yeah.
So first we need to connect the internet, but I don't know how to connect internet.
In VM by default, you can give it as NAT or bridge or host or anything. That thing will work.
I've tried, but it's not working.
Rohit, I have another problem. Like I was setting up today EVNG on like VM. Yeah.
We'll discuss after this class. Let me show you this first.
Okay.
Then able to see the screen.
Yeah.
Now it is loaded. Okay. So here is one security policy. Do you want me to zoom?
Yeah.
One rule is created, correct? Here you can able to see in this section app scene, correct?
Yeah.
It's 0. But here you can, this is then zoom screenshot. App scene, it is showing 44. Correct. Once you block that, still if something is hitting in that rule, so it will be reflecting you here. Correct. It's 44. This is a part of troubleshooting, guys. I'm telling you. Okay. If you create still it is not working or anything, at last of the rule you can create block any and you can check for the live hit count here for the app scene, which app it is using. Okay. So after that, once you click on this 44 number, it will open like this. What all the application it is using, what it is showing: web browsing, CGI proxy, HTTP proxy. And if you want to see this exactly which it is using, just create one clone rule here and click on the application. Okay. And here you have two options like add container app and add specific apps you've seen. Just click on this. It will create one clone rule and click on this. Add specific app scene, like what all the apps it is using. Just click on this. This all will be selected what it is using. Just click on OK. It will create with the same clone rule with a one added name below to that rule. Okay. And at this action section, you can mention it as block. As simple as that.
So you can directly block all the apps from clone
the rules. You no need to analyze. You no need to go to the traffic section and check. No headache task will be done. Simple. Do you want me to repeat this again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rule you have created. Okay. You can able to see the hit count app scene in the rule itself here. Once you create the rule in the app scene, you can able to see this. Once it start hitting to that rule. Okay. Correct. You have created one block rule here in the firewall. After that app scene here, it is 44. You have to just click here. Okay. After clicking there, the page will open like this. Okay. What all the apps it is using. So you just click on create clone rule. Clone in the sense you are creating duplicate rule of that.
Yeah.
Correct. And just click on application. Once you click on application, the page will open like this. Add container app, like if you want all the apps should be mentioned or the specific app which is used by that rule. Just click on add specific app seen by that rule. Just click that, click OK. One duplicate rule will be created and everything is blocked. Make sure that in action section, it is blocked.
Yeah.
The same as if you want to allow, we can do this thing. And guys, don't create any block rule in first rule number 1, or else all the services will be stopped.
Yeah.
So first we have to create you recommend creating the allow rule. We see the app count, app scene count, and then we create the corresponding deny rule.
Yeah, I have showed you, I have explained you this thing. You create your VM, try this. Okay. I'm damn sure like a lot of people will lose the connection with firewall. Why? Because if you are creating block rule, if you are creating allow rule, that is fine. Okay, but those who are creating block rule, I'm damn sure that they have to wipe the data and reset the firewall. Again, they have to config. Try this. Why I'm saying this? Try to go with the action deny. If you face this issue, and while you were in the production, you will not do this mistake again.
But Rohit, like virtual platform without license, like URL filtering will not work.
What?
URL filtering will not work.
Don't go with the URL filtering, na. Just mention this URL in the destination and try this.
Yeah. Yeah, we got hit points and all other things. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
See, as I said, like today's topic about like connecting to the production network, firewall network segmentation, components, and block some threads or overview of the configuration interface or routers. So for this thing, like we need some zones and all. Why this segmentation factors are like network security, user to data access requirement, and data security. These are the major 3 things where the segmentation factors depends. Okay, network security is like it should not impact like to securing our network. That is in first criteria, correct? If network is compromised, anything can be compromised. Correct. If network goes down only, that could be a huge impact for our organization. Correct. If someone did in your organization, or else you are carrying your laptop to your home and some malware injected, and they have created some loophole in the laptop, and some of the attackers can access that device from outside, right? If they have created some loophole while injecting some malware or ransomware or something, correct, that could impact our network, right? And user data protection data protection is also required, right? So same kind of thing, like if you have some ATM card or some banking systems or anything, like your details should not be shared with anyone, right? If they shared, they could have transfer your money from their account to some Bitcoin or something where we can't trace the things, correct? Hello?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and data security regulations and standard like this all are uh, some of the security factors which is required, and this is a notes. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Can you
As
take
I,
this PDF?
yeah, I'll share this. I'll share this. So same as like if you are using some debit card or credit card and customer data, that detail should not be with the sales guy, right?
Yeah.
The name itself says like they'll sell everything. They'll sell our details, right? It should be between us and bank, correct?
Correct.
So why the network segmentation and security zones is required, guys? I explained you now.
Yeah. I thought that other one can answer.
What?
I thought that other one, so to speak. So that's why.
Yes, can anybody tell me?
Yeah, it is required to prevent the intrusion.
Okay.
Secure the data so that an authorized person cannot access that, which is not required by them. And network segmentation.
To securing our zone, right? To secure our area, we are creating zone, and it has the features of protecting the zone, correct? So as I said, like if you want to allow anything like from internet to any zone, the traffic is as per the best practice, it should not allow. But from inside, if you want to outbound traffic, this user want to access some YouTube, Google, or anything, you can enable the access. Like you have to mention again the source and destination, two zones, and you have to mention the address and what it want applications, what it is required. You can mention that thing, and you can create an interzone also. This Bob is in one zone and PCI zone is in different zone. You can create interzone rule also in the firewall. Okay. And we were discuss about this, creating a security policy like.
Sorry to interrupt you, Rohit. Interzone traffic is allowed?
Yeah, interzone traffic is allowed.
Yeah, it's allowed.
By default, it is allowed. Here you can see, right? Interzone default, any, it is allowed. Next, interzone default, any, it is deny. And beyond that, you can create rule also for this.
All right.
Okay, interzone is allowed, but that all depends on you if you want to allow or not. So this is a security policy. As I said, how to create the policy application, what we need to use based on this diagram. Like this Bob is in B2B zone and he's trying to access PCI zone, correct? So the rule what they have mentioned here, like Bob, the zone is B2B and username is Bob here, and another destination zone is PCI, and the address it might be anything. The application it is using MS SQL DB, correct? As we discussed, I told you the troubleshooting method of the applications. Correct. It is allowed now. And for accounting department also for PCI zone, MS SQL DB is allowed. Correct.
Yeah.
So we were discussed about zero trust architecture. Can anybody tell me what is zero trust architecture?
Zero trust architecture
for any traffic we
zero
are
policy.
inspecting any traffic. Yeah.
Palo Alto firewall is not going to trust anyone, like any user that I mean, except from the rules. That rules we are going to.
It is simple, guys. The device will not going to trust anyone. It will verify each and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each and every traffic it will be verified. Here it is showing like trust but verify. Never trust, always verify.
Yeah.
What zero trust will do? Never trust, always verify. It will not trust anything. It will verify, then it will confirm. Correct. This is a zero trust architecture, and this is a north to south inbound traffic, and this is east to west. We have discussed about this right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, north, south, east, west. Like north to south is like a bottom to up to bottom. So
Top to bottom, left
top
to
to
right.
bottom and left to right. Yeah.
That's all for today. So if you have anything to ask, you can ask.
Yeah, very soon. Actually, I'm getting some errors.
So Rohit,
Yeah.
I have to ask about this one thing.
Hmm.
You talked previously. You talked about app ID,
Hmm.
right? So
Hmm.
app ID, if I look at it, it is a combination of the application tab plus the URL tab. That is what makes up the app ID. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that is checked in the app ID?
No.
Okay.
That is why I said you right. Once you create the block rule for facebook.com URL, then still it will work. Why? Some of the application it is
Yeah.
using, right? Facebook,
Yes.
if you are going through it, it will use Google base, correct?
Yes.
And
Yes.
it will use Meta.
Yep.
Facebook will use Meta also, right? So you have to block all these things. Then only the traffic will be blocked, correct? Also it won't block.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So all of those applications plus that facebook.com
Yes,
domain makes
yes,
the app ID.
yes. That is why I told you just to create the deny policy. So I'm damn sure that if you troubleshoot that, then you'll be having confidence to create the security policy. You might have think this creating a security policy is an easy task, but in production, if you did something, everything will be like they can't able to access anything.
Even if
And
one
your job
application
will
is
be on
allowed.
risk. Your job will be on risk.
Even if one application is allowed, we can make connection to that domain.
Yeah, yeah. For that, best practices, you can mention one test a device IP address, and for that you can block or allow everything, and you can check the live traffic or app ID, what all the things it is using. Based on that, you can enable the access or block rule for that. While creating block rule, you should be very like very you have to think and do the things. Like you can directly random things will not work in the block. That could impact a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Rohit, kindly share the PDF notes you were opening today.
Yeah, I'll share these things with you. I have shared all the documents. Notes is one pending. I'll share it.
Rohit, the racks are not accessible
adding
today. Is anyone else can access the racks?
right now.
No.
Some other sessions will be going
Racks
on,
is not
so racks
working
will
right
be
now.
busy. Yeah, this time rack will not work. Some other sessions will be going on, so
No,
racks will
Rohit,
be busy.
earlier it used to be logging.
But today it was working. You can just ping in the group.
This is first time that I'm facing this trouble. Even it's not like logging. I mean, not opening the page. Yeah. I mean, I haven't faced this yet.
Like this portal is only not working.
Yeah, portal is not opening even.
Okay, let me check.
I mean,
that.
other two racks I have also like CCNP, CCI racks, but they are working fine. But if this Palo Alto racks is not working.
Okay, let me check with the networking guys. Okay.
Oh, so I'll raise that issue with the team.
Go with the security policy.
So in this we can create the VPNs.
No. See, for that there is different license, like Global Protect license.
VPN for VPN, we again will go for the any connect or
And oh, I forgot to tell you another one thing about the migration tool. You guys want to discuss now, or else we can continue tomorrow?
No, it's okay. We can discuss.
Guys, I need answer from everybody.
Better we can continue tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better if we continue tomorrow. I have to leave.
Okay.
Rohit, can you help me? I just want to know how to ping from firewall.
How to?
Ping from firewall to any device.
Ping?
Yes. How to check ping from firewall?
Open CLI command and ping host. Source,
Ping
mention
host.
the source. Yeah.
Command is ping host.
Ping host.
Okay.
If you want, I'll share you the cheat sheet also. I have a Palo Alto command line cheat sheet.
Yeah, please.
You can share in group or
Yeah, I'll share in group.
Because we are new and we don't know whether it is reachable or not. For that we require ping.
Rohit, whatever the topics we are discussing, we will be doing that in practice, like with examples, right? Further going forward, like
Yeah.
with examples, right?
Yeah, I'll show you like what all the things we have to add. Okay, and for this certificate part, I'm getting some error. So first I'll go through it and I'll make a document and I'll share it with you once it is done. Might be tomorrow or else in the weekend I'll be free. Like I have some load actually right now, so because of that reason I'm not able to.
I think like I was creating the lab, so I added that Palo Alto VM, so it is working. What else I need to add on virtual machine to make it completely function? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, share your screen.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, so this Palo Alto, like this version I added because I have files with me.
Nothing. You can just go to the VM settings.
VM settings.
Edit virtual adapter. That much network adapter is not required. Just keep it 3.
Which one? Okay, network adapters. Okay. Yeah.
Just keep 3. Rest of the thing you can delete.
Okay, fine. That I will delete it then. And like how to access GUI like from here?
What?
Like a GUI that
GUI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Just keep 3 adapter, network adapter. Rest of the thing you can delete. Delete 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Remove.
Okay, now click on 3, network adapter 3. Select NAT. Network adapter 4. Select host only. Click OK. Done. Now load the image.
Shall I power on this virtual
machine? Power on this virtual machine.
Wi-Fi.
You can keep it for 4.
Okay.
Once you get the login page, once you can open the firewall with the same IP address.
Okay, from where I have to open that? Which browser?
Did somebody has changed this group? No, we can send. We can send message, right?
Yeah, show in the VMware. Can you see?
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay.
Screenshot in group itself. When you face any error.
This is VMware. Yeah, you can see my screen, right?
This is EVNG, correct?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm loading EVNG and I'm like doing this setup like system JVM.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Then if I'm powering on, this error shows like
this you have to reboot your laptop and you have to go to the BIOS. There is an virtual guys, what we'll call it as virtual legacy or virtualization technology. You have to enable that.
I have already enabled that.
And as per my experience, EVNG this version or else any other version will not support Windows 11.
I have like 11 Pro.
I don't think so. It will work in Windows 11. Try enabling virtualization technology, or else if this won't
like
work.
11 Pro. So what version will you call?
See, this thing happened with me. I don't know now whether it will work in 11 or not. Why? Because when I try to install the EVNG, it was throwing me error.
Yeah.
So I have contacted the EVNG support team. So they said like in Windows 11 it won't work. So I tried everything. Like I have tried to install in hypervisor everything. It won't work actually. Then I have downgraded to Windows 10 and it starts working.
Okay.
I don't know what is the reason behind that. Why it is not working in Windows 11. I tried last year. I don't know.
Which version?
Like was this the same error was you were facing?
Yeah, same error. So you try like reboot the system and
I have done everything. I have done everything. Like I have
this
like
virtualization technology is enabled.
Yeah, everything like
Then
I've removed hypervisor, everything, virtualization enabling
if your friend or someone is having the Windows 10, try to install the same image in that. If it runs there, then definitely this is in Windows 11 issue. So you can contact EVNG customer support also. They could have recommended to install in Windows 10, not 11. It won't support. I don't know reason behind that. I have not went
Since we
to
have
dig that
Windows
much.
11 down, we need to downgrade to Windows 10 now.
Yeah.
Hypervisor is like Hyper 5 is working fine, but
No,
like
I tried everything, guys. It didn't work actually.
Yeah. Then
Rohit,
what is the solution? Can I install like Windows 10 as a like virtual machine? Then in that even
Yeah, you can do that.
Amrish, can you
Yeah.
tell me which version you are using? EVNG.
It's like EVNG. Wait a minute.
620.
Yeah, it's like 620.
620. 5. I have 5. It is working in Windows.
You have Windows 11.
Yeah, I have Windows 11, but my EVNG version is 5 something 5 dot.
But I have downloaded the EVNG like official portal itself.
Okay, it is new version. I have 501 disk image, which is working in Windows 11.
So can you share that image so that I can check that?
Guys, I use Windows 10. Okay, I won't use Windows 11.
I use Windows 11, and it is everything is perfectly working without any problem.
No. So can you share that EVNG like 5?
I use
version?
Windows 10 only for training and all. Rest of the thing, our work will be in different OS.
It asks me to install client pack also 2.0.
Yeah, first let this EVNG get open first, then you can put the client pack, install the client pack.
It's not even.
No, client pack we install in Windows, not in EVNG.
Yeah, let it install first. Let him open this virtual. It is throwing the error, the same error.
This file is some 2 GB, I believe.
And what?
This EVNG command in wait. I'll give you EVNG file. I share you a link where you can get all the files.
Yeah, tell me.
Could you help me on just internet Lavanya Palo Alto OS?
Who is asking?
Sagar.
Yeah, share your screen.
Rohit, in this like 3 part, which one is very important? Like virtualization, Intel VT. If I click on this like virtualization IOMU, like memory management unit, then it works. But not Intel virtualize Intel VTX. If I click on this and then run, it will work.
Should I share the screen?
Just guide him also for that.
Issue is that I want to connect the internet. It's also interface is not connected with any VM port.
Can you stop this Palo Alto? One second. Don't stop. Wait. Type show.
Sorry.
Type show 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 space system TM space info. Enter. Public IP addresses you are getting right. 192.168.80.2. Open browser.
Yeah, it's open. The browser is open. But how?
You're able to open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Click on management.
It's management.
Click on it. Ping is enabled. Yeah. What you require now?
The internet is not connecting. No?
Where it is not connecting?
If I trying to connect any Google or something, let me checking.
How you are checking?
Through ping.
Ping
host. Redirect something. It's not connecting. Also google.com.
Okay, this will work through VM. So I need to check.
Because otherwise it's not complete the full lab now.
You will get the internet from your local device.
Correct.
Through adapter.
Yes, I know.
Check the DNS settings in the firewall.
Let's try.
No, guys, that thing will not work actually. Why? Because you are running it in a VM.
Yeah.
This is a direct VM image
Yeah.
firewall. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
one
That
more.
feature will work.
So how can
Like it should like from it should pass through this VMware workstation again to your device, right? I don't think so that will work. If you want to really check this thing, set up EVNG and set up